so I just thought I'd show you quickly some of the issues you might have with different families that you'll load for the structural timber frame especially. And so I'm just showing you these in the 3D view, and you can see there I've added a beam and a blocking piece under the roof structure. And for that I've just used that one family that I've given you already. So it's the same family I've used for the joists and the one you probably remember using from the project last semester, that adjustable timber component family, which should let you make a box-shaped element of any size. And so here I've made a nice long one, and then this is a really short one that is 250 wide or 250 deep by 50 mil high, just to represent the blocking piece that you have sitting under the roof structure there. But then what you might find when you look at these in section, and as you're doing your planning generally, you may realise that the upper level, the way we've drawn it, is lower than it is in reality. So here you can see that looks like a fairly tall space to me, and just by eye I'd say these doors could easily be 2.8 or possibly even 3 metres high. Probably 2.8. 2.8 is more of a standard height, but even if they're 2.8 projecting around the corner there, could easily be another 200 mil to the underside of that column header there. So if we measure the distance the way it's been drawn, you've only got 2.5 or so, which is obviously less than what it probably is. So that shouldn't be a problem with Revit. Revit's actually one of the best programs for this. This is why I think it's better than ArchiCAD in many ways, because it's hierarchical and you can associate elements together, and that means by rights you should be able to move this level and have everything that's associated with it move as well. So I've just dragged it so you can see then what's happened when I move it. It has taken a few things, but some, especially the ones that I've just been showing you, haven't gone with it. And that's simply because of the hosting. So you'll see if I select that beam, that it's got the level set to level 1, which is not right anyway. I want that to be top of wall, so that if I drag that level, it would go up with it. But then also, it's got the host set to floor. So even if I change the level here to top of wall, it won't go with that level. I'll just show you. So it's set to top of wall in level, but if I drag top of wall, it's still not moving. So you need to also check the hosting. And the thing that's a little bit confusing with some elements is that they can be hosted either by an object or by a level. And by default, some of them will pick up a floor underneath. So when that happens, all you need to do is select the object that you want to change, and then you'll see you get a pick new host option, and you can always pick a level. Then it's unfortunately going to use the offset value that was there previously. So I need to know how far below the level that needs to go. Or alternatively, you can use the move button and snap it onto the point. Yeah, it usually go up if you're moving it up to a level above. But you should easily be able to just use the move tool and snap it below. And I already knew this distance anyway. I know it's minus 450, so that's correct over there. So to work out that distance in advance, it's simply the distance from the bottom usually to the level that's meant to be hosting it. Okay, and so then I've got these blocking pieces that have the same issue. I can just select them as a group. If I select one, right click, select all instances in the entire project, because I've made a type or a size specifically for that blocking piece. So I can select all of them as a group and then use the same option. So again, changing the level to top of wall, pick new host, and then choose that level again, and then use the move tool and snap it to pick it up, and then snap to place it. And I can see again then that distance is correct, minus 300. And so now, if I move that top of wall level, they go with it. And that's what you want, because there is a good chance that that height isn't correct. So I can easily change that to, let's try 8,500. Oops, so I'll do that again. 8,500, there we go. And everything's moved correctly. So I'm just going to have a look in the 3D view there, and you'll see one thing that hasn't moved most likely is the parapet. So we'll have a look at, there's some options you can use there to make that go with the roof as well, but I didn't set that up when I made it, so I'll show you next how to work with the parapet to get a bit more detail in there. And oops, gone past it. And then also you can have a look at getting those openings and the other things set up. It's pretty straightforward. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
But it's not like the 804 like originally.
That's right. I think it just seems too low. Yeah.
Okay.
But probably your best bet is to try and go there and measure it, or at least just take photos against something or with something nearby that you can use as a reference. And you'll often find that there will be things that, I know it's brickwork, so if you can get even a better photo of the facade than that, then you should be able to count the bricks. And maybe if you're visiting the site anyway, then you could count the bricks while you're there, and then we can hopefully work everything out really accurately. So, and also notice you've got buildings next door, either side. So if you go to Street View, you may be able to find a building further up the street where you can count the bricks. No, you can't. And yeah, the resolution's just not quite high enough. Get an idea there. So anyhow, I might try and count the bricks in a minute, but at least if you've set it up correctly, you can easily adjust the level